back to Ferris Sports Update. Time to check in with Bulldog Soccer and joined by head coach Greg Henson. Coach, welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Obviously, this past weekend, final weekend of regular season action, and good weekend for your team. Obviously, unbeaten on the weekend, got a win and a tie.
Yeah, it was good for us to kind of get back on the right track. Obviously, we had a couple tough results in our previous two games, and really for us it was just a matter of getting back to the basics, the simple things that make us successful, the team on the field, and scoring some goals. We've had a couple unfortunate, got shut out twice prior to that, and wanted to make sure we got back on the scoreboard. And I really thought overall, it was a great weekend for us, successful weekend for us, and puts us on the right front heading into the playoffs starting this week.
Obviously, speaking of the playoffs, recording this here early in the week, you open Gliac Tournament play against Davenport Tuesday at home, and obviously a team you just played here in this final weekend of the regular season. Yeah,
well, it's a new format for the Gliac this year. We play the majority of the teams in the league twice during the regular season. So I think kind of with the way the schedule plays out, we're going to have an opportunity to see a lot of teams for the third time, and it's always tough to play teams three times in a season. So, we got Davenport got a victory on Sunday as well. So they're coming in feeling good, and it's the new season. It's playoffs. The slate's wiped clean, and everybody's playing, and it's win or go home. So it's season on the line for everybody. So we know it's going to be a tough game for us. You can kind of throw the seedings out the window, and you got to go out and play, and you got to go out and execute.
We'll go to the highlights of this past weekend. We'll start first with Davenport on Friday down in Caledonia, and a team you had beat 4-0 at home, and a team that's playing better as the year goes on.
Yeah, they really have. They've gotten a lot better as the season's gone along. A lot more, maybe not the results in the standings that maybe that people recognize, but just their play overall has been good, and got off to a great start. About 3 or 4 minutes into the game, Izzy Zambrini gets on the board. It was great for us there to get Izzy back in the goal scoring column. It's been a while since she scored a goal and prior to her injury, and so it's good to get her back on the right foot. Gave up a penalty kick. About 4 minutes later, off a handball on a scramble in the box, an unfortunate situation. So they were able to tie it up. And I think one of the other positives that came besides just scoring goals in this game was that, hey, we faced some adversity early and we came back. We ended up getting a handball for us later in the half right here as Bree Rogers puts that away, and so we got a 2-1 win going into the half. So there's a lot of good things that came out of this match for us, setting the table for us for Sunday.
Obviously a weapon right there, Bree Rogers, 11 of 11, I think, all time in her career in terms of penalty kick goals.
Yeah, I mean, she's steady, she's confident, and so it's somebody that we look to. We're pretty confident when she steps up to handle those situations, and we got a number of players that are ready whenever that situation presents itself.
Obviously, you had the lead at halftime, and then here a big goal from Nikki May.
Yeah, it was off a set piece, and we actually didn't execute very well at all. Honestly, we kind of executed pretty poorly, but Abigail Gilmore makes a great play, tracking back and making a tackle, and the ball squirts loose to Nikki May, and she looks up. She's the goalkeeper out of position, and just hits a banger, from about 40 yards out, and so it gives us a 3-1 lead, and we're able to see the game out from there. Obviously,
pretty strong defensively all weekend long. Here as you certainly outshot Davenport by a wide margin here in this game.
Yeah, I think they had one shot on goal, and that was a penalty that they were awarded. So we were able to really keep them from having a lot of dangerous chances. Didn't call upon Daria to make a lot of saves, and the few opportunities she had to be involved, she took care of well. Obviously,
you play that game on Friday. You come right back home on Sunday, taking on the #1 team in the country in Grand Valley, a team that you certainly know well, and nice to have them on your home field.
Yeah, it was good to get them up here again. Grand Valley's a great program. They've been it speaks for itself. I think the biggest thing for us right now as a program is that when we go into the game, our players aren't scared anymore about playing Grand Valley. They're confident to go out and play. And I thought in the first half especially, we really played well. Played on the front foot. We're able to take the game to them. As the game wore on, and they were able to dominate the possession totals and things of that nature. Sometimes you got to concede possession to good teams. I thought overall defensively we were very strong and pleased with the effort of our players for 110 minutes. Obviously, the first matchup between these two teams, you had a 2-goal lead, and they battled back. You knew they would again here, as we'll see you get the first goal coming up here in the first half. Yeah, it was great speed here. Izzy Zambrini does a nice job of getting us out of the back. And relieving some pressure there, and finds Bree Rogers in the middle of the park. Bree slots it over there to Pia, as you can see, and then Pia hits a great shot upper 90 for the first tally. We go into the halftime break up 1-0, and we know they're coming. We know they're going to come. We're trying to find the second. It's a great effort there off the crossbar for them. We'll hit the post here in a little bit. So it was back and forth affair. And eventually they're gonna find the winner. Find the equalizer. But again, our players did a great job of not caving after that. Gracie here is inches away from being back to a 2-goal lead in the same story as last time. But we're close, and we're hopeful for an opportunity. Later in the conference tournament, perhaps maybe we'll see them again.
Obviously, that one, the tying goal right there in the 83rd minute. You go to a couple overtimes, and both teams had some opportunities, but pretty solid defensive play all the way around by both teams.
It was really a midfield battle. I think if you look at the stats at the end of the match, I think it was 4-3 in shots on goal in favor of Grand Valley. So it was really a midfield battle, and not a lot, in front of the net, not a lot of action for either one of the goalkeepers, really, or dangerous opportunities. So it was a good match overall, and we have to do a better job in those closing moments of the second half. We let Seth Steinwasser free in the box, and that's a player you can't give opportunities to. So she took her chance well and finished well, and we'll look to clean those little things up if we do get an opportunity to play them again down the road. Obviously,
you go into postseason play here in the Gliac Tournament, still ranked among the top 3 teams in the region. A lot on the line here in the conference tournament as you hope to qualify for the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, that's one of the big goals for us in our program is to get back there, get back to the national tournament again. But right now we got to play. I remind the players all the time, we can only play the games that are in front of us on the schedule, and literally at this time of year, there's only one game on the schedule. We got to win Tuesday to have a chance to play again. So our focus has to be on Davenport right now, and getting through the quarterfinals, and then we'll see what's in front of us, and try to continue to build our resume to prove to the committee that we deserve to be in the national tournament.
How important is it to get off to a great start here in these games in postseason play, and hopefully get out to an early lead?
Yeah, I think it changes the mentality, and it gets us back on the right foot. Especially coming off of those 2 tough losses that we had, and getting the win on Friday, scoring an early game. I think it just, you could see the players relax a little bit, not in a negative way, but just, all right, we've scored. It would have been 180 minutes that we hadn't gotten to the back of the net, and so, that game was great for us. The game yesterday, I think, proves if we go out and play the way we did yesterday, against a team like Grand Valley, against anybody else, we're going to be successful. And that's the trick. How do you bottle that and go to that when you need it?
Well, Coach, thanks for the time. Best of luck here in the Gliac Tournament.
Thank you.
That'll do it for Ferris Sports Update. Follow all the action online, ferrisstatebulldogs.com. Have a great week.